we are really excited about this partnership with the Driver Service Centers because together we save lives in Tennessee. So at that, I am going to introduce Jill Grandis. She's the Executive Director of Tennessee Donor Services, and she's going to share a few words.
Thank you. Thank you, Sharon. It is such a pleasure and privilege to be here in recognition of National Donor Day. We have enjoyed such a long history of partnership and support with the Department of Safety, and the wonderful state of Tennessee has been so supportive in so many ways in encouraging our Tennessee volunteers to step up and register to be organ and tissue donors. I'd like to thank the Department of Safety and Homeland Security. I'd like to also thank Commissioner Long for being here with us today. It's such a pleasure to have such support from such a top official. And we will also recognize Assistant Commissioner Lori Bullard. Thank you for being here as well. And of course, Director Michael Hogan, who has worked side by side with us for many years and also serves in an advisory capacity on our advisory board for Tennessee Donor Services. And thank you for your service there, sir. I would like to present Commissioner Long with his official Tennessee Donor Services polo shirt, and ask him to come forward and accept that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
I appreciate
much.
you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you.
I also just want to let everyone know that in Tennessee last year we had just over 1,000 patients transplanted in this state. And while we have had such a success with transplantation, we still have just over 3,000 people waiting in Tennessee. So the efforts of the Department of Homeland Security and the Department of Safety to help us continue this very important registry is critical to the lives of the people we're serving in our great state. And with that, I would like to introduce to you Commissioner Jeff Long to say a few words.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. And what an honor it is to be a part of this special day today, and how fitting it that the National Day of Honor or Donor Recognition takes place on Valentine's Day. We think about the loved ones whose life has been saved by a donor. We also think about the loved ones that have given the gift for donation. Our Driver Services Division is a huge partner, as has been said, with the Tennessee Donor Services, and our centers are devoted to making sure that Tennesseans have the opportunity to become an organ and tissue donor. I am very blessed. I have 3 children. 2 of my children have grown up to be incredible adults and parents. I have 5 special grandchildren that light up my life. But I experienced heartbreak earlier on during my life. My 3rd child was only 4 days and died of a heart defect. She was at Vanderbilt Hospital and lived for 4 days. And Vanderbilt at that time had heard about a surgery out of Boston that they had never performed at Vanderbilt. And it was to change the pumping from the left ventricle to the right ventricle. And Vanderbilt had never done that, and asked my wife Dora and I about donating our child's heart after she expired to try to save the life of another child. And we did that, and I'm glad to say now I'm very close, and we're very close, my wife and I, to a family here in Franklin whose child succeeded and is still alive, and now is 6 years old and has had a heart transplant after having previous surgeries based off of the experience of our daughter, Jennifer Michelle. So her heart was researched, and so no other family would go through the tragic emotions of losing a child like we did. So today, on this National Day of Donor Recognition, I celebrate my daughter and all the special people that have given the gift of life or received the gift of life. Thank you very much. At this time, I'll introduce Director Mike Hogan with our Driver Services Division.
Thanks, Commissioner. Thanks, Commissioner. I would just like to echo what Jill has stated earlier. There are 3,000 Tennesseans in the state of Tennessee who are awaiting an organ and tissue transplant. And it's a simple process. When you visit our Driver Service Center, complete your application, and the question to ask, would you like to be an organ tissue donor? Check yes. Back in 2008, when I joined the department, we had less than 28% of all Valley drivers that were organ and tissue donors. As of today, we're about 40%. And that's a huge, significant increase, and we'd like to see that number rise even more. So the next time you visit one of our centers, check the box that says yes. Thank you.
And at this time, I'd like to recognize Steve Baum. Steve Baum is a Williamson County resident, and he is a kidney and liver recipient. And he's just going to tell a little bit about his story and how transplantation has changed his life.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the efforts of everybody in this room. Yeah, I'm one of the lucky ones, one of the very grateful ones. 9 years ago, I received a liver and kidney transplant on the same date from a donor that I won't know, the family didn't want to share. But it was someone that had a heart on their driver's license and had let their family know they wanted to be a donor. My wife and I have enjoyed an additional 9 Valentine's Days together because of the generosity of that family and that donor. And I want to thank everybody once again. Your work is tremendous.
Thank you very much. We appreciate everyone being here. And check yes to question 7. Would you like to be an organ and tissue donor? And enjoy the rest of your Valentine's Day and National Donors Day.